Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a galaxy where betrayal isn't just, common practice. It's a meticulously crafted business strategy. And trust. Well, that's often just a fatal flaw. Our sources today plunge us into a world of notorious bounty hunters, cunning corporate titans, and these insidious imperial machinations, all woven into this really intricate tapestry of schemes that will leave you questioning, well, pretty much everything.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is observing how multiple powerful characters, each with their own complex, often hidden agendas, are constantly trying to outwit and outmaneuver each other. So we're going on a deep dive into who's pulling the strings, who's being played, and perhaps most importantly, why in this cutthroat environment absolutely no one can truly be trusted. This raises a really important question for us. In a universe so fundamentally built on layers of lies and deception, how do you even begin to uncover a shred of truth?
And uncover the truth we shall. You've handed us, well, quite a stack of intense readings from the Bounty Hunter Wars series. We're diving deep into the minds of some of the galaxy's most notorious figures. So our mission today is to extract the surprising facts and those incredible aha moments. The kinds of things that will not only make you well-informed, but, hopefully, a true expert on galactic intrigue, capable of navigating it like a seasoned pro. Right, so we kick off with an explosive moment, quite literally. You find yourself right there, in the cockpit of Bossk's ship, the Houndstooth, witnessing what appears to be the fiery, spectacular destruction of Boba Fett's iconic slave eye. Bossk, understandably, is ecstatic. He thinks his longtime rival is finally dead. He's remarking with immense satisfaction that Fett is now just atoms drifting disconnected and harmless in space.
Yeah.
You can almost feel his relief, can't you?
Oh, absolutely. And that perceived relief is exactly what Fett preys upon. This is where his genius for faking his own demise truly shines. We learn that Bossk was meticulously tricked, the explosion he witnessed, engineered by Fett himself. It involved a decoy slave giving off the exact same ID profile as the real one.
The decoys.
Wow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Fett's actual ship was cleverly hidden somewhere else, just out of sight, observing the chaos. And that searing, multi-octave, electromagnetic death cry that deafened Bossk for minutes, that was actually perfect cover.
Cover for what?
Cover for Fett to infiltrate the Houndstooth and, unbeknownst to Bossk, plant a device.
Okay. And the next layer of Fett's plan, it truly elevates this whole encounter into something genuinely chilling. Fett doesn't just plant a device, he transforms it into a psychological weapon, a masterpiece of torment.
Right.
Bossk suddenly hears this calm, completely unexcited voice counting down to detonation. First on his ship, then, terrifyingly, inside his escape pod.
Inside the pod.
Yeah. He's absolutely convinced he's cooked, thinking to himself that he's like an unhatched egg being poached. The sheer panic of knowing that device is with him, even as he flees. It's a powerful image.
And this is where we see Fett's unique brand of cruelty. The twist, as you might gather, is absolutely exquisite. There was no actual bomb in the Houndstooth.
No bomb?
Nope. Nor in the escape pod itself. It was merely a prankster module, a talking dud with just pre-programmed vocal circuits designed purely to rattle an opponent's head.
Just to mess with him.
Exactly. This sadistic maneuver not only forces Bossk to abandon his valuable ship in a fit of terror, but it leaves him utterly humiliated and seething with fury. It adds yet another entry to the great list of grievances that he kept next to his heart against Fett.
So it was all just a mind game, a talking dud. But, for a bounty hunter, whose world is often about efficiency and decisive action, why go to such elaborate lengths just for humiliation? Wouldn't a decisive kill be simpler, more efficient?
That's a great question, and it really gets to the heart of Fett's strategic genius. I mean, for him, a simple kill is quickly forgotten, just another tally mark, right? But this psychological warfare, this kind of thing, cripples a rival's reputation. It breeds fear throughout the entire underworld, and it fundamentally establishes his dominance in a way a single blaster bolt never could.
Okay.
It tells the galaxy that Fett isn't just better, he's smarter. He doesn't just win, he dominates their will and their mind. It's about control. Not just conquest.
Control. Right. Okay, so from the cunning of individual rivalries, we now scale up. We see how deception can unravel entire organizations. Our sources reveal a much grander and frankly far more sinister scheme orchestrated by Princess Zizor. This focuses on the deliberate destruction of the Bounty Hunters Guild itself. Zizor, the shadowy reptilian leader of the vast Black Sun criminal syndicate. He saw certain pieces of knowledge, particularly dangerous secrets, as toxic gems, sometimes deadly to those who held them.
Yeah, and Shizor's scheme which he brought to Kudarmbot, the enigmatic arachnoid assembler. It was ingeniously designed. The whole point was to split the guild into two warring factions. The True Guild, the older established members, and Bossk's more aggressive Guild Reform Committee.
Pitting them against each other.
Exactly. His goal wasn't merely profit, though that was likely part of it. He explicitly stated his desire to eliminate what he despised, these would-be protective groups like the Guild. Instead, he wanted to foster a tougher, harder breed of mercenary bounty hunters for the Empire, and, even more importantly, for his own Black Sun organization.
And this assembler, Kudarmbot, it sounds like a creature of pure, cold calculation, inherited its vast living web from a murdered predecessor.
Right.
And you see it using its accountant subnode, cleverly named balance sheet, to perfectly impersonate itself, negotiating with both Bossk and his rival Gleed Altendon from the True Guild simultaneously.
Simultaneously, it's almost a reflection of Xizor himself, really. It's viewed that emotions are nothing more than a trap, a weakness that clouds judgment and inhibits efficiency.
Wow.
This really underscores the scale of Xizor's ambition. I mean, this isn't just about money or petty feuds. It's about absolute strategic control of a critical galactic resource guild operatives. Xizor explicitly states that Boba Fett had been no more than the tool in his hand to achieve this disintegration of the guild.
Just a tool.
Just a tool. The entire war among the bounty hunters was a meticulously crafted setup. It was an enticement to the greed of the individual bounty hunters, designed specifically to create utter, every creature for itself anarchy. He wanted chaos, and he got it, all to serve his own ends.
This Xizor plot really makes you question the nature of unity, doesn't it? It shows how easily trust within an organization can be eroded when external forces skillfully play on fundamental weaknesses like greed and, well, self-interest. It makes you wonder how many apparent wars, both in this galaxy far, far away and perhaps, closer to home, are secretly just elaborate plays on human or alien nature, designed to achieve some hidden agenda.
It's a chilling thought.
Definitely. Okay, so from the intricate webs spun by criminal masterminds, let's shift our focus. Let's step into the polished but equally cutthroat world of galactic corporations. We're talking about Kuat of Kuat, the hereditary chief executive of the massive Kuat Drive Yards.
The TDY, yeah.
He operates in what he calls a universe of lies, where we breathe in lies and exhale treachery. His primary loyalty is not to the Empire or the Rebellion. It's fiercely, almost religiously, dedicated to the survival and independence of his corporation.
And Kuat's strategic decisions are purely pragmatic, driven entirely by corporate self-preservation. His initial refusal to build the original Death Star, for instance, that wasn't some moral objection, it was purely practical calculation.
How so?
Well, he knew a super weapon like that would eventually eliminate the need for profitable warships in the long run. Bad for business. And his later move to covertly reacquire Boba Fett's slave the Thirst after it was found by the Rebel Alliance. Another prime example of his cunning.
Right, trying to get back quietly.
Exactly. He even planned this sophisticated rumor campaign to deliberately devalue the ship, spreading stories about its security systems being a death trap, all to ensure a bargain purchase through a subsidiary corporation, maintaining anonymity and avoiding suspicion from the Empire or, potential competitors.
They're very clever. But the intrigue really deepens here, doesn't it? We discover betrayal within Kuat's own inner circle. Kuat himself faces betrayal from his head of security, Fenald, who is secretly feeding information to the rival Nylan household.
The rivals.
And Fenald even helped them create this horrifying fake, the Nylan Elder, a corpse animated by simple droid intelligence, designed specifically to accuse Kuat of treachery and seize control of Kuat Drive Yards. It's like this grotesque marionette designed purely to usurp power. It makes you wonder how deep the rot of betrayal can go.
But Kuat, as we've established, is not easily fooled. He exposes the phony Nylan Elder through a subtle yet critical factual error, something only he would likely know. The droid's programming made a mistake about his mother.
A mistake.
Yeah, it claimed his mother lived to swear oaths with the Elder's mother, but actually Kuat's mother had died during his birth, a key detail. So Kuat takes decisive action. He destroys the life support system holding the corpse, dramatically revealing the treachery to everyone present. This segment truly highlights how even in a world of advanced technology and, these elaborate schemes, a simple human, or in this case familial detail, can unravel the most devious deceptions.
It's striking to see how corporate power, even when it seems neutral and focused solely on profit, becomes so deeply entangled in galactic-level conflicts and these internecine struggles. Kuat's entire life is a constant tightrope walk between the Empire, the rebels, and his internal rivals. You have to ask yourself, what would you do to protect everything you've built? The legacy of generations, when betrayal could lurk in the person standing right next to you.
It's a tough position.
Definitely. Okay, now let's return to the bounty hunters. We're looking at the culmination of some of their most elaborate schemes. The biggest prize in our deep dive is Trin Vossant, a renegade Imperial stormtrooper. He possesses the invaluable code databases for all of the Imperial stormtroopers' strategic insertion teams. Hugely valuable intel.
Critical data.
Right.
And Emperor Palpatine has naturally put a colossal bounty on his head. This leads Boba Fett and Bossk to form a truly uneasy partnership to capture him, though both of them, predictably, have hidden agendas.
Of course they do.
So Fett's plan to capture Vossant is, well, it's masterful in its multi-layered deception. He needs Bossk to betray him to Vossant, to make Vossant believe Bossk is switching sides for a share of those codes.
Setting Bossk up as a double agent.
Precisely. And as proof of this new alliance, Bossk is instructed to kill Fett. But the dead bounty hunter Fett provides as evidence. It isn't Fett at all, it's Zuckuss.
Zuckuss. But wait.
Exactly, who is surprisingly not dead either. It's an elaborate illusion, just pure theater, designed purely to make Vossant lower his guard, expecting to deal with a new partner who has, supposedly, eliminated his primary threat, Boba Fett.
Wow. So you find Bossk, deep undercover, trying to convince Vossant of his treachery against Fett. Vossant, being a tough customer himself and no stranger to deception, is highly suspicious, but ultimately he falls for the meticulous ruse.
He does.
Just as Vossant is about to eliminate Bossk, thinking he's solved all his problems and the bounty is his, Boba Fett and a very much alive Zuckuss appear, turning the tables in a truly stunning reveal. It's almost theatrical in its execution.
It is, isn't it? And it vividly underlines the ruthless, calculating nature of the bounty hunter trade. Loyalty isn't inherent, it's merely bought, and every relationship is just a cold, hard calculation. We see Bosk's innate Trandoshan anger starkly contrasted with Fett's chilling, unemotional coldness.
That coldness.
Yeah, Bossk even finds Fett's lack of emotion in killing, essentially, evil. This reveals a deeper understanding of the bounty hunter world. It's not just about who's the toughest or the best shot. Ultimately, it's about who's the most devious and manipulative. True power comes from manipulating perception.
Manipulating perception.
Yeah.
Amidst all this high-stakes manipulation in a galaxy built on secrets, there's also a deeply personal quest for truth. Our sources introduce us to Neela, a former dancing girl from Jabba's palace. She has a mysterious past and, conveniently, a wiped memory.
Amnesia.
Right. She's traveling with Fett and Dengar, and she rightly suspects Fett's true motives. She calls him the most dangerous bounty hunter in the galaxy. And she's constantly seeking answers about her own lost identity, trying to piece together a history that has been deliberately erased.
And her journey for truth culminates in a really remarkable aha moment. Kodir of Kulvult, who is Kuat's new head of security, reveals that Neela is actually her long-lost sister, Katil of Kulvult.
Her sister. A noble.
Yes, a child from one of Kuat's ruling households. This profound connection raises a crucial question. How did a person of such high lineage end up as a memory-wiped dancing girl in Jabba's palace? It's a mystery that Kuat intends to investigate, recognizing it as potentially the key to it all in the broader web of past conspiracies involving, yes, Boba Fett and Kuat Drive Yards. So her personal story isn't just a side note, it's actually a thread connecting to the wider tapestry of deception.
It's truly striking how all these seemingly disparate plots just connect. Fett's cunning tricks, Gizor's galaxy-spanning war against the Guild, Kuat's desperate corporate battles for survival, and Neela's intensely personal quest for her lost identity. They're all deeply and intricately intertwined. Everyone is either a shrewd player or an unwitting pawn in this galaxy-wide game of shadows, where information is the ultimate power and secrets are the most valuable currency. So what does this all mean for you, the learner? Navigating a world of information and hidden agendas, both real and fictional. Our deep dive into these sources shows us a universe where appearances are constantly deceiving, alliances are fluid and situational, and truth. Well, truth is a carefully guarded, rarely revealed commodity.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear that true power in this galaxy isn't just about military force or brute strength. Not really. It's about unparalleled cunning, incredible foresight, and the willingness to masterfully manipulate emotions, even fundamental ones like fear and greed. But it also shows that even the most elaborate, seemingly foolproof schemes can sometimes be undone by a small, overlooked detail or by an unexpected, deeply human connection like that of long-lost
That
sisters.
human element.
Right. And this raises an important question, I think. In your own world, where do you draw the line between strategic thinking and outright deception? And maybe more importantly, how do you discern the true motives hidden beneath the surface of others' actions, especially when the stakes are high?
That's a fascinating thought to ponder as you go forth, well-informed and perhaps a little wiser about the true nature of trust and, well, the depths of deception. Until our next deep dive, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep those nuggets of knowledge close.